I love MicroStrategy. I love Bitcoin. I love Michael Saylor, but I'm calling bullshit, right? I think we are at a high. I don't know if I can pick the exact high, but I'm telling you, based on this vertical looking chart, I think we're in some trouble. I think it's still bullish, but I think there's a way that you can protect it. So, hey everybody, it's Mark Yegi here. Just giving you a quick video on MicroStrategy. I know I just gave a video in the last few days about how you can make money long-term with MicroStrategy, but if you're not in it, let me show you how you can play MicroStrategy if you're looking at it, because it's the hottest stock right now, and you could still protect yourself to the downside. Let's look at the chart first. Let's take a look at this. So MicroStrategy had a gap up here right around 280. And it gapped up on energy. You can see the volume there. And it's really spent some, the last 5, 6, 7 days going to an all-time high, which is where it is right now, up at 427. This thing in 5 weeks has gone up like ridiculously, ridiculous amount. Look at it. At $72 in January, it's now $425, $26, $27. At $200 in March, it's double that. You can look at the 113, it's triple that just in the last several weeks. So you know the stock is getting frothy. Now Bitcoin is hitting an all-time high today at 94,000 per coin. And that's because the Trump administration may put the Bitcoin reserve in there. There might be some states that do the same thing. Other countries are going to start to adopt it. The things that I've been talking about for a couple of years to people that are laughing at me, today they're starting to go, hey, those are interesting. I want to show you the rest of the chart though. So here we are at 427, 426. I think that if we're at the peak, and I'm not sure there might not be another day or two, but we're not far from a peak. This gap down here wants to get filled, okay? And so if gaps want to get filled, and that's one of my theories that's proven out time and again, is I don't know when that gap's going to get filled, but it will get filled. Okay, and here's how I think it could happen. I think we could have and it goes down fast too, by the way. So we could have a big down day, a little bit of a bounce, another big down day, a little bit of a bounce, and then maybe we fill that gap. I don't know. Maybe we don't. That gap is at 280, basically, right? So could we go back to 280 from 420? Boy, it doesn't seem like it up here, does it? But here's how you play it if you want to do covered calls on it, but you want to protect your account too, because this is crazy. It's paying crazy amounts of juice, okay? And I don't want you to get hurt chasing juice. Don't be a juice chaser, right? Be somebody that makes money smartly. And stocks that are, right now this thing is over its 50-day moving average by 97%, okay? It's over its 200-day moving average by 173%. That's frothy, people. Let's be smart about trading, and let's not blow our account because we're getting emotional and greedy. Let's be smart. Let me show you how to do this the right way. Or let me show you how I would do this. Let's say you want to get into MicroStrategy. And I'm not going to go into the leaps and the synthetics that I teach. I'm just going to talk about the stock itself, and then you can use the other strategies that I show on this channel to do those. But the stock right now is at 427. You see that there, right? Well, we go out 10 days and we say, you know what? I want to go, remember, this stock could go down to 280, although in the next 10 days, I think maybe we're going to be somewhere down in here at, maybe the 380 level. See that little line that I drew there? I think that's where it could go. 375, 380, something like that. So here's what you could do and still make money while you're protecting the account. I'm not predicting that you're going to protect it all the way if it goes down fast. But look, if the stock goes down to 377, that's 50 points below where it is today. 50 points, more than 10%. It could do it. It's got a 74% chance of being over 377.50 in the next 10 days. That's something called a delta, 74% chance of staying at 377.50. I like that 74% chance. That's a chance for me to make this money, which is $17 and whatever that is, $17.38. Okay, that's the juice. Look at the number over here on the side. I can't move my arrow to it, but if you look at that box on the side, it says that $17 is going to give you 4% for 10 days. If you annualize that, that's 146%. And you have a 74% chance of that happening, of it staying above 377.50. Do you see how this makes sense, right? It's better than 50% where you're buying this thing and you're hoping it keeps going up, which is what a lot of people are doing right now. Or you're buying it and you're selling out of the money calls, which is a great strategy I'll show you in just a second. But I'd rather have you be safe. Capital preservation is so important in the market. Because if you lose your money, you can't play in the market anymore. But if you live to fight another day by being hedged and still making money, you're still making 4%. in 10 days, that makes sense. So we buy the stock here at 428 now, right? And we sell the calls. You get $67.75 per contract, $6,775 for one contract, okay? So if you buy 100 shares, you end up getting $6,780 in income, sorry, not in income, back into your account. The income is $16.72 or whatever that is, and that's 3.9% for the 10-day period, which annualizes out at 142%. And it protects you. You get $67 of total cushion, right? So this can go down from 428 to 360, which is below that red line that I said, and you're still not losing money, okay? I always say it's better to be out of the market wishing you were in the market than in the market wishing you were out. I don't want you to be buying MicroStrategy here at the all-time high, up 11% today, on top of 12% yesterday, on top of 25% one day a couple weeks ago. I want you to be careful, right? I want you to be safe. I want you to still make money. 4% is pretty good. Most people wait 4%, get 4% in a whole year by being in a bond. I want you to get that 4%, but get it in 10 days by being protected. Now, here's what could happen. The stock could stay above 377.50. You get to keep the $16.72 or whatever the juice is. Okay, that's your income, and the stock gets taken away from you, and you're done. Okay, or you wait for it really close to expiration, and you roll it, which means you buy back your call for pennies. There's going to be very little juice left right before expiration. And then you sell another call. Maybe you're so happy that you've made your money. You could sell another 377.50 call, or you can go out of the money and sell there. But at least you've got this 1672 that you've pocketed for this week. I'll give you one more thing to look at, and you'll see how crazy this stock is. When it gets this crazy, I get very concerned. Let's go down here and say, all right, the stock is at 427.65 right now. If you go right at the money, here's what they're paying you. They're paying you 9% for that 10 days. That's a 341% annualized rate if you could do it over and over again. Now, the difference is you've only got a 56% chance of being right on this, right? That's what that delta is, which means a 56% chance of it being over the 427.50. Okay, still pretty good odds, and you get a $39.72 cushion, so the stock could go down, to 390-ish, and you still haven't lost money. So that's a good way to play it too. It's just that's the greedier way to play this. Okay, there's no reason to try to make 9% in a week if you could make 4% and have a 75% chance of being right. So that's where I'm going to leave you. Take a look at MicroStrategy. It's crazy. History is being made right now. You get to watch this with MicroStrategy. I've given you a strategy for sure to play this if you want to be in the stock, but be in the stock smart. Don't be in the stock risky. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.